Okay, so before and after. Bit of a change, yeah? So that obviously your old position there with that back there, very hunched, that sort of C posture that we talk about. What we want to try and get is kind of like I posture. I don't think so, but with a bit of practice, you might kind of get into S posture where you sort of keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
So what I always say to students of mine, I say, look, when you're down the range practicing, hopefully, or even just at home, getting in this setup position, film, take photographs, send them back to me and say, look, how's it looking? Because what I don't want you to do is just go away from today and say, yeah, you had a really hunched posture and you knew from where you were, if I sort of basically push my hips backwards and straighten the back out, the shots get better. There is a point where you stop. It's not a question, I just keep going and going and going and going and going. There's two hunched, there's two arched, okay? We're going to find that kind of neutral middle ground here on the right-hand side, which you've got, okay? So that's going to help you now rotate more. Now, on this left-hand one, if we look at how far your backswing was, that's about as far as your arms could travel just because of the hunch posture, okay? What we'll look at, again, probably going forward to the next session, is you're going to try and get this to turn more. And you can practice this at home a little bit if you want to, but your back now, even though you're able to rotate more, you don't go back any further. If anything, you go back a little bit less because you're probably a little bit conscious of how you're positioned, okay? Yeah. What we would like to try and do is get this left hip and this right hip and right shoulder to turn a bit more. Now, in the past, they couldn't do that. No. And I wouldn't worry about doing it as of yet until you spent maybe a couple of times on the range practicing this posture, or even just, as daft as it may sound, every day just standing in front of a mirror. And without the mirror then looking at it, just, okay, I'm going to okay, look, right, good. Now check. Okay, good. Right, do it again. Good. Check. Don't be there in front of the mirror trying to move yourself around because the mirror's not there. Yeah. You're not going to be able to do it, are you? So practice this posture so you get better and better at getting your back nice and straight. And like I say, from a longevity perspective, that's the main thing, really. Efficiency will improve your swing because you hit the ball further. Yeah. You're 156, I think, when you're 7 irons right there. So really, really nice sort of distance there with your 7 iron, okay? And from a health perspective, especially in the sort of lower back there, if your back is looking like this here now, just put the pressure on that lower back there. It's going to put pressure on the top of your back there where you're stretching and you're arching. Your neck's down, just the whole spine is not really going to be in a position where it wants to be for very long. And if you start playing a few more rounds of golf where you are playing 18 holes, and you might play 2 or 3 games a week in the summer when the weather gets better and you're out with your son, he's playing a bit more and life's great, and your back's going to be in bits. And so get in a better position and then practice that there. I say probably going through sort of practice the next session, we'll start turning that body a little bit better. The reasons why you feel like you're sometimes cutting across it is not because you're cutting across the golf ball, it's more that you're not really taking your body back far enough. So because you can't take your body back, now your arms are coming down, they're just a bit out of sync, yeah? If we were to take your body back a little bit further, it'd be a lot harder now to cut across the golf ball, yeah? So it's more to do with actually, again, fixing the fault at source, not just saying, well, don't cut across the ball, swing your arms out here, because then unfortunately the ball would just basically come over there to the right. So still keep swinging the same way you feel comfortable. We're going to improve that posture with practice, getting yourself set to that golf in a better position. And then once you've done that, maybe sort of 2 or 3 sessions on the range or whatever it may be, or a couple of times at home filming your swing, then we'll look at the next stage going forward, getting that swing to be a little bit longer to gain some yardage and reduce that kind of cut across from the golf ball. But in terms of swing, though, there's a decent movement there in fairness. It's not as if it's like a lot of work needed to be done in the initial stages there now. It's more a question of just getting in a much better posture so you can rotate. So you see your head there now is not really moving at all off its spot there through impact at all. It's a very stable position. Your spine angle's doing this really, really nicely. So there's a lot of positives to take away from that there. As I say, through the ball, this could obviously improve a bit more that way. But again, you're not used to being able to move because you haven't been able to move before, So now you can. It's just then sort of learning what does that movement feel like and not going too much too soon and therefore losing balance, okay? If you watch golf on TV, you'll see the pros up on their toe there. You then start trying to throw, you'll just be falling flat on the face. So stick with the current swing feeling, but just spend all your thoughts and attention on getting that posture there. At the moment now, there's a bit of thought going into that. You can certainly get there. It's just now doing it so when you stand to a golf ball without having to think about it, you'll just grab a golf club and go boom, 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 and that'll be it. You won't be there going, okay, I've got to do that, and then
do a dance on the tip.
Well, exactly, Because if you're thinking about that, okay, that's where your focus needs to be at. If you think, I'll start doing this now in my swing, what will happen is you'll revert back to this setup, and now you can't do what you're trying to do in the swing. And that's when guys get frustrated because they're trying to do this thing and they've seen on the videos or they've seen someone tell them to do it, and they just can't physically do it because they're in a position that's not able to make that move.
Fine.
Make sense? Yeah?
Perfect.
Good man, very good.